Okay. Hello, everyone. Happy midday. Today is Friday. Happy Friday. My name is Cynthia Williams from Williams Credit Solutions. Today, what I want to talk about is your personal information on your credit file. I can't see anybody logged on yet, but I'm going to go ahead and continue. I'm going to try not to take a lot of your time today, but I do want to talk about your personal information on your credit file. I know a lot of times when people talk about credit, they do talk about bankruptcies, tax liens, collections, medical bills, repossessions. But a lot of times people leave out this very important information, which is your personal information. Your personal information, anything that is your name, your first, middle, and last name, your date of birth, your mailing address, any type of telephone number, residential phone numbers or cell phone numbers, and jobs. All of that information is also listed under your personal information. If there is any misspelled letters, okay, in your name, that's not you, right? So anytime that you may go to a bank or a lender, they ask you for your identification and a social security card. Sometimes they may ask for additional information due to on your credit file you have some miscellaneous names. So they may ask you for your pay stub, your W-2, and a utility bill. So those are the type of things to think about when you're talking about your credit information, because that is really, really important. Like for myself, when I got started back in 2016, I had a lot of errors in my first name. My name is Cynthia, so they did leave out the A. That's not my name, so they had to get that removed. Just to get those your credit information, that personal information corrected on your credit file, that can give you an increase anywhere from 15 points to 30 points. Now, the ticker is if you have any bill that links to that incorrect name or that mailing address that you no longer live at, that can boost it up even more. So you can look up to almost 100 points just to offer that, okay? Because your credit file is like a resume. My history background is HR. I've been in HR for 18 years. So you look at resumes, right? So that's just like your credit file. People look at your credit file just like a resume. So if you have a lot of old addresses you know you hadn't lived in 10 years, or when you was born with mom and them, remove that stuff, okay? You don't need it. You need your current mailing address. That's what you need in your current job that you're on. You don't want to have a whole bunch of jobs on your credit file, right? Because it's going to look like you're unstable, just as well as your mailing address. If you have a whole lot of, mailing addresses and jobs, look like you're not stable. So you always want to have your current address and make sure that you have your up-to-date current job listed on your credit file, because that right there, it seems like small information, but that is a lot of information, okay? So you really and truly need to make sure that you keep that updated and current. Always check your credit file once a year. Okay, that's very important. And another thing, try not to, go and apply for a lot of stuff. You don't want a lot of those inquiries. Those 3 points, but baby, those 3 points can add up quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? And it make your credit score go down real fast. So the credit, let's talk a little bit more about your personal information, like date of birth. For instance, what was my biggest thing was I have a sibling, right? We're 3 years apart. So when I was to check my credit file back in 2016, Lord have mercy, they had her date of birth on my credit file. That was wrong. They had her place of employment where she used to work under me. That was wrong. So it was a lot of inaccurate information under me, and I had to get that removed. And I tell you, no lie, just off of just fixing my personal information, my credit shot up 30 points. right off the bat. And that had even getting off, anything that was in collections, I hadn't got to the hard part yet, right? So just that part right there, that was a big help just off my personal information. So just always make sure that your first name, your middle name, and your last name is always correct. If you don't use your middle name, and especially for us ladies, if you ever get married and you ever get divorced, you always want to make sure that your last name is always updated. That is very, very important. And then make sure you change that on the back end, on your license and on all your bills. And then if you want to get that removed, then remove it off your credit file as well. That is really, really important. But just to give y'all a little bit more information about myself, like I said, my background is HR. I did that for 18 years, so I deal with, confidential information all the time. So it's not like this is my first rodeo dealing with people and their personal information. But I have a drive for helping people. I had that light bulb moment back in 2016 when I was struggling through me trying to want a house for me and my children, and my credit was bad, and I was going to the banks and the lenders, and they were saying, okay, well, your credit is not to par, you will get a letter in 5 to 7 business days. But I was never given a direct answer. It was like I was getting a runaround. So I'm not gonna lie, I got aggravated, mad, frustrated, and I like, Lord, okay, you say I'm gonna get a house, okay, but from what I'm looking at before me, it don't look possible. And so I started, doing my homework, really digging in. And then I was like, okay, so I got me some a pen and a paper, got to writing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start disputing. I sent in, my driver's license, a copy of my social security card at the time, and then later on I sent on my utility bill. So I started, getting it stuff removed, and I was like, oh Lord. So my credit score went from like a 543 to a 17 in 4 months. No lie. 4 months, my credit score had boosted up to a 17, and I was so happy. And from that point, when I got through go back a little bit. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna find me and my kids a house, right? So didn't know I was trying to find me a little 3-bedroom house for me and my children. I didn't know that God had in store something a little bigger, right? So didn't know I was going to end up getting my house built, but I did. I ended up getting a house built for me and my children, and now I've been in my house going on 4 years, and it's been a blessing, a good interest rate. So anybody that come under me in my company, Williams Credit Solutions, I give you all the resources. If you're trying to find a car or a house and try to get that house financed at a low interest rate so that you can pay more on your house and not on interest. And I try to, give my clients a lot of resources. And not only that, but also on saving. Because a lot of times people want to say, okay, I want to save, I want a house, I want a car. But what are you doing in the interim to make your goal come to pass? And a lot of times people don't save. Because at the end of the day, the banks and the lenders looking what's in black and white, what look good in black and white. So you want to make sure that you save. A lot of times people don't know where to start. You don't have to start off big when it comes to saving, right? You just got to be consistent on saving. Don't never look at that savings account. If you want to put $25 in to start, make sure you do that every week or every 2 weeks, however you get paid, until you reach your goal. I also tell my clients, when I had got my house built, I went one full year without getting my hair done and my nails done. Whoo, Lord, now that was a little challenging, but I was determined to get into my home. So I did not get my hair done. I did not get my nails done for one full year. If I did get my hair done and my nails done, then that means one of my girlfriends, said, okay, I'll pay for you to get your nails done or your hair done. So we have to in our mind, because it is a mindset thing, right? We have to put in our mind, what is it I can do without so that I can achieve my goals? So please, it's not hard. It's a mindset thing. And once you start saving and you get in the habit of saving, next thing you know, you have, accomplished your goal. And it is a blessing. And it will feel really, really good when you start seeing your savings account growing and growing and growing, and you're not touching it. I also do talk to my clients about, saving up for hard times, like we just, got through with this pandemic, to have money saved up at least 6 months to a year. A lot of times people say it's hard, but it's not. It's just a mindset thing, and we just have to be consistent on what we're doing. So I do assist my clients in all kind of ways, and it's just been a blessing, because when I first got started, I was like, Lord, if I can just help one person with their credit and their credit score approved, I know that I did your will. Then so coming to another client with saving, if I'm able to help one client save and they goal come to pass, Lord, I know I did your will, right? So, and it did, and it happened, and continuously I'm growing, and getting on more and more clients, and it just feel good that I know that the work that I'm doing is not in vain. So, just for everyone that's out here, as far as your business is going to grow. You're going to succeed. Just continue to believe in yourself. Don't give up. Don't give in. Do not throw in a towel. Sometimes it may feel a little shaky at times, but you will succeed. Just got to keep pushing. Anybody have any questions for me at this time? Hey, Sherri. Hey, Stella. Anyone have any questions pertaining to their personal information or anything pertaining to your credit? Okay. So, like I said, your personal information is really, 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 really important. So please do not leave that out. So, whether you checking your own credit or someone has your, if somebody else is checking your credit, please make sure that they look at your personal information and make sure that if it's anything that is incorrect, make sure that you get that corrected, because that is so, so important. Very important. Okay. And if anybody want to check out my website, I do have it in the link also. You can go there, and if you want more information, you can just go to my website for more information. Any questions? I hope everyone is having a good, nice Friday. I'm in Georgia, so it's been kind of cool here, so it's kind of warming up a little bit now. And it is a blessing and a honor to be on the platform with Miss Sherri Summers. I love her. She's a beast. She's that GOAT. Okay. All right, so if anyone don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and log in off. If you feel free, anytime you can send me a friend request. You can send any questions into my DM if you have any. And then just let me know, and I will reach back out to you. Everyone have a good, blessed Friday and a weekend. And I know it is coming up to Thanksgiving, so I hope everyone have a blessed Thanksgiving also, okay? Thank you. God bless.